Hey there, and welcome to the weekly Asylum and Immigration Reform Recap, where I share with you 5 stories of interest for asylum seekers and those who want to stay updated on immigration news. This week, we're discussing
Federal court questions Trump administration over alleged daily deportation targets. D.C. prosecutor orders mandatory immigration screening for all criminal cases. Maine resort town's ICE collaboration sparks economic fears and community division. California renters face housing crisis as immigration enforcement deters legal action. Florida religious community hosts educational events to counter immigration myths.
I'm Brian Manning, and I used to be an asylum officer with the government, but now, as an asylum lawyer, I help immigrants all over the country to secure their future in America through asylum. All right, let's get to the news. First,
a federal appeals court panel pressed the Justice Department to confirm whether the Trump administration set a daily quota of 3,000 deportations or arrests. The judges asked if that pressure led immigration officers to conduct raids without adequate legal justification. During the discussion about an order prohibiting roving arrests in Los Angeles, Judge Ronald Gould asked if agents were motivated by quotas to detain many people based only on assumptions about where undocumented immigrants might gather. Stephen Miller had stated that the goal was a minimum of 3,000 daily arrests for ICE. The Justice Department attorney said he had no knowledge of that policy, but agreed to confirm in writing whether quotas exist. The court's decision could determine whether mass raids continue in Southern California, where a lower court ruled they were based on factors such as race, ethnicity, or language, not on individualized suspicion.
And up next for update number 2.
The acting United States Attorney, Jeanine Pirro, has ordered strict immigration status checks for all criminal defendants in Washington, D.C. This includes those facing minor charges. The measure coincides with the Trump administration's effort to deport 1 million undocumented immigrants in its first year. In a memo, Pirro announced that a federal immigration officer will work with criminal investigators to ensure that ICE is notified of any defendant in an illegal situation. Unlike other prosecutors' offices, Pirro's office processes more than 7,000 people a year in the District of Columbia Superior Court for local violations. Recently, about 100 people accused of misdemeanors who might lack legal status were identified. Defense attorneys report seeing more immigration agents in the courts, even detaining clients after hearings, which leads to fears that defendants will avoid appearing.
All right, it's time for our third immigration update.
In Wells, Maine, the police department is the only one in the state that officially collaborates with ICE, a decision that has caused intense protests and polarized the local community. Business owners fear losing tourists and foreign workers, while some residents believe the measure is necessary for security. Police Chief Joanne Putnam signed the agreement with ICE in March, although no operations or arrests have been made so far. Despite this, many immigrant families live in fear, avoiding leaving home or sending their children to school for fear of being detained. The controversy is already impacting tourism and has led other cities in Maine to withdraw similar requests, fearing economic and social consequences.
By the way, if you want to stay updated on asylum and immigration reform news, then make sure to press the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you don't miss the next video. Okay, moving on, we're ready for update number 4.
Immigrant tenants in California face more evictions and exploitation, as fear of deportation holds them back. Advocates say many do not claim their rights for fear of ICE. A mother from Santa Rosa, after her husband's deportation, fears asking to move and being evicted. In Los Angeles, lawyers warn that Latino families can be detained by ICE when suing for illegal eviction. 2/3 of undocumented tenants spend more than 30% of their income on rent. Only 53% of those born in the U.S. are in that situation. Fear makes many avoid benefits, miss work, and not talk to their landlords. Laws don't work if people are afraid to use them, says lawyer David Hall. California's protections lose value if tenants fear deportation.
And finally, our 5th immigration update for this week.
The Unitarian Universalist Church of Manatee hosted a community forum to clarify misinformation about immigration and promote informed dialogue. Concerned residents, community leaders, and legal experts attended. Specialized lawyers explained that U.S. immigration laws are extremely complex, and therefore, they are often misinterpreted even by those who seek to comply with them. They clarified that entering without permission is a misdemeanor, while overstaying a visa is a civil, not criminal offense. Furthermore, immigrants in deportation proceedings do not have the right to a government-paid lawyer, which makes their defense difficult. Many asylum seekers and migrants wait years for their hearings to take place in overwhelmed courts. The forum also criticized mass deportation plans and defended the importance of protecting the human rights of immigrants in the community.
And that concludes this week's immigration news. If you want to win asylum in the United States, then you should call my office today. We help people all over the country, so it doesn't matter where you are. Call us now to schedule an Asylum Strategy Session so that we can assist you in securing your future in America through asylum. Again, I'm Brian Manning, and it's an honor to serve you in your immigration journey.